Welcome to the Women's Chorus stage makeup video. We require you ladies to do stage makeup because from a distance and with the harshness of the stage lighting, your face goes flat and featureless. And so the whole point of the makeup is to create a three-dimensionality to your face again, so we're going to do some contouring, and then to add the color that we need to make your eyes, to give yourself eyes, eyebrows, and lips, which we expect to see on every performer on the stage. So let's begin. Step one, of course, is to wash your face and moisturize with a lotion of some kind. These girls have already all done that, and I'm sure you know how to do that. Next stage is the foundation. We are going to put on foundation and then seal that foundation with a powder of some kind. Be careful to find a foundation and powder that matches your skin tone well. Apply either with fingers or a cotton ball or a pad or a sponge. You can also find a foundation application brush, and you would just apply the foundation with dabs, 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 and then blend with a swirling motion if you liked those brand new foundation brushes. Be sure to eliminate any lines by blending, such as along the jawline, so we don't want your jaw above to be one color and your jaw below to be another color. So really, really blend in. And you can see one is using a what is it, a cream to powder foundation, Natalie? Cream to powder, so that's kind of combined. These gals are both putting on a liquid foundation, one with a brush, one with just her fingers, which is fine, and then each of these two are going to powder. I think they're going to use a press powder, which you circle around and then press the powder in, yep, and brush. I prefer a loose powder, and with a loose powder, you'd want a nice big chunky brush like this. Tap the excess powder off the brush, and then apply the loose powder onto your face. You absolutely need the powder so that everything that you put on your face after this won't slide off. The powder seals your foundation and creates a nice foundation for the rest of the color that you're going to put on your face. So foundation and then powder. Prior to that, you know, something that I just saw Nisa do, if you want to do any concealer, if you want to conceal dark circles under the eyes or any red blemishes or anything like that, I think you'd probably do that before you put on the foundation or while you put on the foundation, and then powder over that. Again, so everything stays in place. The powder seals the color you've put on your face. All right. Don't forget to do a little beyond your jawline and also just down your throat a little bit, because there's a little white patch everybody has underneath their chin because it never sees sun. So be sure you do some foundation and powder down the neck just a bit. Let's take a look at your necks, ladies. Ta-da! They did it down their neck a little bit. Okay, thank you. All right, step two is contour and color. What the girls have now is a really wonderful even skin tone, and the foundation helped to do that. Now we want to add some contour or three-dimensionality to the face. We're going to do that in a couple of places. We're going to show your cheek hollows. We're going to show the roundedness of your forehead. Also, if you'd like to narrow your nose or shorten your chin, you can do that. And we're going to do this with a color that's quite a bit darker than your skin tone. So it mimics the notion of shadow, light and shadow. So let's find your cheekbone first, and just right underneath your cheekbone, right into the cheek hollow, underneath the cheekbone and into the cheek hollow, just a little line of bronzer. Bronzer is great for this color. And then blend downward. Blend downward and upward a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. And just a little dab will do you. You can easily get too much of this, and if you feel like you have, just wipe it off. Like me. Yeah. Her line just went a little too far, but she's getting rid of it now. Good. A little bit of bronzer, some kind of, a little suntan color underneath those cheekbones. Good. And then just right up around the hairline to show that the forehead is curved, not flat. We're going to put a little shadow around here. So take your bronzer and brush it up into your hairline a little bit. Yeah, just right into your hairline. You can also, again, for three-dimensionality, put a little dot a little in your temples. I don't tend to do that. And there again, if you want to shorten your chin, you can put a little on the chin. If you want to narrow your nose, you can put some shadow on either nostril, and that will narrow your nose a bit if you're not happy with the width of your nose. Good. So now we've got, yeah, that really looks good, Nisa. We've got, and Natalie's continuing to wipe up the excess bronzer. That's okay. Now you look like you've got bones that have roundness, and there's a hollow to that cheek. And that'll be visible from a distance. And now we're going to add some cheek color. Apply powder cheek color by dotting at the apple of the cheek. So you want to smile and show them the apple of your cheek. Dot at the apple of the cheek and then brush up along the cheekbone to the hairline. For cream cheek color, start at the hairline and dot down toward the apple, blending in circular motions. Be sure there isn't a line between the cheek color and the contour color. So now blend the cheek color down into the contour color. So we've contoured and added cheek color. I'm noticing on Brittany that we've got really good color on her face, and down here on her neck, which is actually going to show because of the boat neck of the top of the women's course, that this is really still very pale and white. I think I'd bring the foundation color and powder right on down into her shoulders because of how fair she is. Okay, but yeah, you don't have to do that now. All right, now we're going to do the eyes. You need 3 colors for the eyes: a light color, a medium color, and a rich deep color. First, we'll apply a light neutral color all over the full lid, clear up to the eyebrow. We're giving the eyes contour. The shaping and the roundness of the eyeball will be emphasized. Then we're going to apply a medium color just above and in the crease of the lid, and then blend. I would start with color on the outer edge of the lid and then move forward, because you always want a little more color on the outside than on the inside. So just above and in the crease, and see if you can work from the outside in so that the color will truly fade as you come into the corner, the inside corner of the eye. So you get it applied, and then use a blending brush. Circular motions, you want to get rid of any lines. Blend, blend, blend. The secret of good makeup is blend, just like the secret of choral singing is blend. Yeah. Just a little bit more color, okay? And then blend with circular motions, again working from the outside in, outside in. Yeah, I think we're pretty even, and you do always want to be looking in a mirror, make sure you've got the colors distributed evenly. A blending brush, if you don't buy any other brush, buy yourself a blending brush, and that will make this job so much easier. Then apply the dark color. You're going to apply the least amount of dark. Apply the dark color just around the corner of the lid to just before the center of the lid. And I usually dot mine. You guys are, yeah, she's dotting it. So just kind of around the corner of your lid. Just right around in there, a nice concentration of a dark, intense color. But again, you want a color that's going to really make your eye color pop. And a lot of makeup artists believe that a complementary color is better than the same color of your eye. Next, we've got to line the eyes. These gals all prefer an eyeliner pencil, and that's just fine too. The full upper lid, or just over the pupil to the outer corner, line the bottom of the eye to full from the corner of the eye to the outer corner, or from the mid-eye out to the outer corner. So you can see them even working to blend the eyeliner just a little bit so we don't have harsh looking lines. The eyeliner will really make the eyes pop. And then the next stage will be mascara. You'll go ahead and apply. For the stage, I would recommend black or black brown. If you do use a sawing motion, you're able to get more color on the full circular shaft of the mascara. So kind of a sawing motion will distribute the color nicely. And then, if you want to separate the lashes a little bit, then you can take the tip of the wand and draw up individual lashes. And do the upper lashes and the lower lashes, unless you have such an abundance of lashes, you think it's too much. All right, we've just finished the eyes, and before we do the brows, we're going to do a little trick that really helps highlight the eyes and, again, give a little more roundness to your cheek, and that is to put a little highlighter just right at the top of the cheek here around your eye. So we're going to take either the light color that you put on your lid or something even whiter, or it could even be a super light pink, and we're just going to dot it just around the corner of the eye there, and it gives her eye a little frame. Nisa's already done this. You can see there's just a little bit of highlight right around her eye. Just got to get more. Now the brows. Unless you have full black brows, you need to add a bit of color using a color that matches your brows or a subtle shade darker. Apply with a brush or the angle brush that we've talked about before. The angle brush can be used, and if you apply with short hair length strokes and blend with a brow brush, this little angle brush can work. So and you can see Brittany's brows are completely blonde. So we do have to be careful that we don't go too dark on her. And then I'm going to get rid of any evidence of those strokes with the brush. The brow brush will blend. And even Natalie, who's got black brows, they're nice, delicate, beautifully shaped brows. And so she's going to have to intensify them just a little bit.
Here's my mascara trick.
And Natalie likes to use just a little mascara on her brows, which you can do if you have black brows. All right, last but not least, lips. All right, start with a lip liner. If you don't have a lip liner, get one. You could use just a sharp edge of your lipstick to outline your lip, but a lip liner that's just a hair deeper than your lipstick is best. To apply lip liner can be a little tricky. If you use short strokes, it may help you get the lip liner on more evenly. And then you'll apply a lipstick. For the stage, you absolutely are going to have to go with a medium to a dark hue. A light and especially a neutral lip color will not be seen at all. It really has to be a medium hue, and I know you're not used to that, not used to that much color on your lips, but it must be so. I would recommend after the lipstick to apply lip gloss if you wish. This keeps the lips moist and shiny. You guys did so good with your lip color. Give the camera a beautiful smile. We are also going to talk about hair just a little bit. It is really important to get the hair in a nice, neat, controlled looking style. All right, so those of you with long hair, if you've got the time, our outfits look fabulous with an updo. Just do a kind of a fake updo for us, Nisa, and then one that actually brings the bangs back too and gets all the hair off your face. There we go. That you can even just hold it, Natalie. Just hold it. Is wonderful with our outfits. Brittany's hair isn't quite long enough for an updo, and so we're just going to take her hair and brush it back over her shoulders. And she's actually got a pin in her hair. You don't have bangs, do you? Or do you have bangs? You do have bangs. We really have to have heavy, even wispy bangs off the forehead because the harsh lighting casts really dark shadows on the face, and we want to see the face. So something that lifts your bangs up off your forehead, and just a little bobby pin like that is great. There are a couple of updo options. Go ahead and let your hair down, Nisa. She could leave her hair down and put a headband on and keep her hair up and away and out of her face. We can allow just a little bit of hair ornamentation, some black velvet or little tiny sparklies, but nothing gigantic. No gigantic flowers, no big, no black velvet turban or anything like that. So bangs off the face and hair away from the face so that we've got a really nice, clean look. And Brittany's hair is shorter, so she's going to have to remember a couple of times to keep your hair off her shoulders. If your hair is short, great, no problem. Now just to give you some ideas of colors, those of you who need some color ideas, we're going to show you what Brittany and Nisa and Natalie put on their face. This was Brittany's palette. Here was her foundation and her powder, both very light. One of these was her cheek color. She swipes around and gets all of these pink berry colors and puts that on her cheek. She used the bronzers for her cheek contouring and on her eyebrows. the bronzer worked on her eyebrows. Nisa, a little deeper, more tan complexion, used the Rimmel. Rimmel's really good and it's cheap. You can get it at Walmart. A Rimmel liquid foundation. This was her powder. I think this is Mary Kay. This was her bronzer. She puts a little bronzer over the powder. Over the powder. And then here was her eye palette. I think, was this your light? She definitely goes kind of taupes and purples. And this was her lip liner. Looks like kind of a mauve color and a nice mauve lipstick. Natalie uses a cream to powder foundation, again a nice tan. And then she uses a bronzer that looks like this. It's just got all kinds of colors that you swish your brush around in and get a nice multi blend. And then a lip gloss. So that gives you some idea of the color palette that each of these gals used today.